then I'll get it shared out. Are we live? I think we're live. Yeah, I didn't see the notification said you're live, so I'm assuming we're live.
It says everyone can see and hear you.
Okay, then we're live. Let me refresh this page. And while I'm messing with this, everybody, welcome to the Otters Den. Hope people can get the notification that we are on. Let me see here. Okay, we're going to create a public post here. If my computer loads, there we go.
It'll work out. It'll work out.
We'll go over to Cobra Paranormal. Share it there. Wait for the computer to load it because it's running really slow. Hey, Renee. All right, we got a viewer. Hot damn.
Hi, Renee.
Let me get the Otters Den shared.
I'm echoing, so I'm going to try to put these in.
Okay. I don't hear it on my end.
Maybe that'll help. Or is that worse?
You sound good to me. I don't know how you sound to everybody else, but you sound good to me. Well, it wouldn't. It's not even sharing my post. Seriously?
Something has happened.
Huge. Well, we'll hope it gets shared out. Well, I got a few of them shared out. Let's try this. I'm going to go to...
Oh, that's too light.
Yeah, I got nothing. Oh, well. Okay. So...
Well.
Hi, Renee.
Hi, Renee. It's just us.
Hey, can you do me a favor and share that out? I'd appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you. You read my mind.
So Renee is sharing it to Facebook.
Mm-hmm. Yep, I shared it. Did you share it?
I didn't share it. I don't know how to share it from here.
Here, hang on.
Here, share. Is it the share button?
Yeah. And I'll send you the link in Messenger. Then you just copy and paste that and put it in your feed. Share it in your feed.
Okay.
Maybe I can directly do that. Yeah, I can put it right on your feed, tag you in it.
So who am I sharing it to?
Public, friends, whatever you want to do.
Oh, okay.
There, I just posted it to your timeline.
Oh, then I don't have to do anything, right? I just got to share it.
Yeah, just share it out. Thank you, sis. Long story short, Facebook knocked me off as admin on all my pages. I don't have access to them anymore. So the Cobra Paranormal, the Otters Den, I can't share out to them. So all I got is YouTube right now, trying to get it worked out. So if you feel frustration, you damn Skippy.
Well, it'll be okay. I think it'll be fine. I can hear an echo, but we'll just have to deal with the old echo. How's that?
Okay. Okay.
If an echo is all we have to worry about, we're good.
Yeah.
I turned down my microphone. Now I'm not echoing.
Okay, good.
Boy, it's going to storm here. It is hot and humid. We've got a storm coming.
Well, be safe.
Oh, you'll hear the sirens. And then if I say, I got to go.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll just cut it and you get the heck out of here.
I'll grab the cat and go. That's all I grab the cat and get the hell out.
There'll be a new hashtag, grab the cat and go.
Yeah. Well, you know, when the tornado sirens are going off, you have to prioritize, and you always have the cat carrier out during this season because you know it's going to hit. You know you're going to hear the sirens in the middle of the night, so you just react.
Yeah. Yeah.
I go outside and look for them, actually. But
sit on the front porch with a beer.
Yeah.
True story.
You'll hear them coming. You got plenty of time to get in the basement.
Yeah. If you've never heard one, there's no sound like it. They say it sounds like a freight train. It is very similar, but yet it's different. And it is a very unique sound.
Doesn't it get really quiet before they hit, though? Yeah.
Yep. And then the sky turns green and pink and purple, and everything just is dead silent. No animal, no bird, no nothing, no bugs, no nothing. It is just dead quiet, dead air, heavy, and then it hits. I got thrown across from the middle of the street where I was talking to my neighbor holding drinking a beer in Beatrice. It hit, and I got thrown into my tree, into my yard, and I had to crawl to my door. And then right on my door, I could stand up, and it was just like a shield because it was coming down both sides of the house and meeting right there and just doing that. So I could stand right there. But my kid, he was small then, he saw me fly through the air, and for years, he literally thought I was Superman because I flew. Not kidding. He remembers it to this day. He's like 25. He remembers that. He thought I was Superman. It was kind of cool.
I think that's cute. I think that's cool.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah, it is.
Well, and with what we've got coming up mid-May, with Uranus, Pluto, Mercury, and Gemini, look for the earthquakes, the volcanoes. The electricity is going to be so crazy around this new moon.
Yeah.
Because of Mercury and Gemini, and there are so many aspects with this new moon. The energy is out of control.
And Mercury's communication. It's all about communication, open, honest communication, getting the truth out. Be careful with your communication.
Mm-hmm.
And then Gemini, the twins, you're going to have to fill me in on that aspect. I'm still learning about that sign. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. You know what I mean?
Well, with the Gemini energy is such that Mercury is its happiest with Gemini because that's Gemini's ruling planet. So if you know any Geminis, they're little chatterboxes.
Why, yes, they are.
They love to talk. They are very social. It's the sign of children. They have the inner child. They all have an inner child that loves to come out, and they're very happy people. But they do have two sides, hence the twins.
Right.
You got to know both sides of them because they're not all fun, haha, all the time. They love to read. They love to investigate. They love knowledge. So Mercury is so happy, but it speeds up like crazy in Gemini. So where we were in Taurus, now it's quick. Got to do it. Quick communications. Everything is speedy, fast. Mercury is in Gemini until July because of the retrograde.
Interesting. That's very interesting.
Geminis, I used to always say, well, my ex-husband's a Gemini. Actually, 2 ex-husbands are Geminis. And I used to tell my one, you know a lot about many, many subjects because they're very well studied people. But you don't know enough about one subject because they can't sit still long enough to learn about one subject. So they got it. Google is their best friend. This is true. They are addicted to Google. You want to piss off a Gemini, take away their Google.
I'll remember that.
Yeah. Because then they can't one up somebody. They love to one up. They're one uppers.
That's funny shit right there.
It's true though, but we love them. I mean, they are the children.
Yes, we do.
They bring out our inner child. So if you know one, you know they're good friends. They're not.
Yes.
They're not gloom and doom. They're rarely moody. They're not moody people. Not, you know, they're an air sign ruled by Mercury. They can, and I would say 99% of them can write. They're writers. They're creative.
Funny that. Yes, I'm talking to somebody particular.
No, I just know Geminis. They're supposed to be the Libra's match made in heaven, but they're not.
Run that by me one more time.
They're supposed to be very compatible with Libras.
Interesting.
Yeah. But I mean, so we've got a ton of, but this is energy that's very quick. Gemini energy is move, got to do, got to get it done, got this to do, got that to do, blah, 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 non-stop. So we've got that energy in Mercury, and then it'll be in Venus, hitting a new moon in Taurus, squaring Uranus, aka Doug. Black Moon Lilith is in on this party. You know, the hippie that can do. The only thing Black Lily does is like goes out in the woods and runs around. She doesn't listen to anybody. She's the hippie rebel.
Ain't nothing wrong with that. Let her loose.
She's out there clashing. So it is
now.
Truth is going to be unfolded.
Huge. I just got a major truth out last night to somebody, and it felt good to finally get it out.
What's funny about this new moon is the midpoint is in between Saturn and Jupiter. So it's a really lightning. I'm looking at my notes. It's a very intense new moon. It's one that we need to pay attention.
Yeah. As we come into tornado season up here in Nebraska and Kansas, Tornado Alley, there's going to be lightning. There's going to be electricity. So, I mean, it just all fits.
Yeah. What else? And we also have underlying the money again, the money issue, which the money issue with this Pluto return is just, I don't know if it's the gold and silver market. I don't know if the stock market's going to pop its bubble, which I think it is. Inflation is huge right now. We all see it coming.
Terrible.
Just try to prepare. Gold, silver.
Don't go out and hoard toilet paper. Maybe buy an extra pack, in case it goes up in price. But don't hoard the toilet paper, okay? It's gonna be okay.
Well, we're also, it's going to be fine. We've got, at the end of May, we have some very weird, and what's very, very interesting, and I was telling you, is that Jupiter conjuncts during this new moon with an asteroid called Niobe. Niobe is an asteroid, and then in mythology, she bragged about her children. I think it was Apollo, one of those guys, All of her children were killed. So she turned into an asteroid, cried and cried. Her husband was killed as well. She mourns the loss of children. So
Okay.
we have to keep our eyes open for this with the new moon.
That's
Either the loss of us mourning and healing the loss of children.
that hits for me in an aspect. Not going to go too much into that, but that hits.
Could it? Well, you could look at it as the loss of your inner child, something that has happened in childhood. It could be the children that are being sold worldwide. May 15th is a huge global march worldwide for the children. Of course, it falls onto the May 15th. That's right around the new moon.
Yeah.
It fits.
Right in the middle of the month. Renee, she's going to hoard the whiskey and some bud.
Yeah.
Amen. Amen.
The food, have you heard people talk about food shortages? Have you heard this rumor or whatever it is?
I've heard it, and the other day when I took Mom to Walmart, the frozen section was almost empty. Seriously. It was almost empty. Now, our little local grocer down here in Wymore, down to 1600, no change. But Walmart, they're out of everything.
I'm not seeing
There's nothing on the shelves.
I'm seeing everything on the shelves. But, I was listening to a podcast and an astrologer said this will not be until 2022. For what reasons, I don't know. But that gives us almost a year to think about, what? If there was a food shortage, maybe I should can this summer. Maybe there's things I should put up this summer. It wouldn't hurt.
Right. Yeah, that's what we're gonna do. I just got my garden in. I got a lot in this year, and that's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna pay a lot of attention to it this year, and we're gonna can everything for the winter, and then I'm gonna save my seed for next year, and that's a good thing to do. A lot of people are starting to garden because of last year with the whole lockdown thing. A lot of people started doing that just for a hobby, and it's good to do. Learn how to can, get your canner. They're not that much, a regular canner, a pressure canner. That way you can can anything you want.
Yes.
Bell's got a book out there you can get off Amazon. There's all kinds of canning books, all kinds of stuff out there.
Well, and I think we're all done with processed food as well.
Yeah.
We want to eat good food with no pesticides and crap on them. It's going to make it better for us. It's better for us with our chakras, with our energy flow. So I think it's the best way to be is to grow your own stuff, go to your farmer's market and can.
Yeah.
And then you're also helping your local farmers.
Yep. We got a farmer's market up in Beatrice here in Wymore. Support, you see the little guy on the corner selling his tomatoes. Around here, that's Marvin. Go buy his tomatoes. They're awesome tomatoes.
Well, this new moon, it's funny. It's in Taurus. And so any remedy for Taurus is nature, putting your feet in the grass. Because this Uranus and Mercury combined, Doug, stop it. Uranus, it's electric. It's shocking. Shock. Oh, my God. Oh, and again, Doug, we're 2 degrees away from our Uranus, Doug, square that's in play all year. It's underlying. It is the old and the new pulling for power. Well,
yeah.
Guess who's winning?
The new.
Yeah. Uranus is going to win.
Yeah, the new is winning big time in a lot of ways. And for me, that's going to be a very good thing. Find out in a couple weeks. But it's going to be huge.
Uranus is going to win. Period. The old is done. It's gone. The old, stop it.
So what you're saying is my ass is going to win.
Mm-hmm. I'm saying don't drop the soap. Don't drop the soap. Doug will win out this year. This is the year of that square. That's right. And next year will be Pluto. So we have a year to pick up our collective energy, vibe higher, get this country on its feet, because the Pluto return, what we don't fix in this, with this karmic go around, Pluto will destroy it. And it's that simple.
And I am in the process of fixing a whole lot of stuff right now. Things from my past, things from other people's past. It's all going to get fixed in one shot very soon.
Well, you've got a Saturn retrograde going on. You've got a Saturn retro coming up, which moves it back, puts it forward, and then goes 3 times. So, I mean, and we also have Jupiter going into Pisces, where it is very, very happy. Very happy. So, I mean, beginning of May looks good. We hit the new moon, and it just looks like all hell could break loose. So just be prepared for that.
Oh, I'm prepared.
It's another uprising. It could be rebellious nature again.
Yeah.
It's uprising. This one astrologer called it a great awakening, especially with Jupiter going into Pisces. Pisces is spirituality. So this could be the great awakening. I've seen this great awakening since December of this year. People are seeing spirits. They want to know about clairvoyancy. They want to know about the spirit world. And if people, and it's the underlying, there's something wrong, but I can't put my finger on it.
That's the timelines fighting each other. Everybody feels it, but nobody knows what it is. We're fighting multiple timelines right now, and one of them's trying to win. And it's confusing everybody. I've seen lately there's been 2 or 3 shifts in the timeline. All of a sudden, ponds appeared where they weren't before. Houses have appeared out in the country where they were not before. I pay attention to things when I'm going down the road, and this stuff. Oh wait, that was not there yesterday. That's a pond. It was not there yesterday. I know this road like the back of my hand, and that pond was not here yesterday. I swear. There's other little things I notice around the house, around the town. If you pay attention, you'll start noticing. So watch, pay attention, study. You'll see it.
I think this year's a time to be very aware. And isn't it funny that we hit that aspect with Niobe right before Maxwell's trial as well?
Mm-hmm. Yes, Renee. We crossed the streams. Yes. She's referencing Ghostbusters, with their proton packs, never crossed the stream. We crossed the streams.
Well, the spirit world is very active right now. I think you can see a lot of the signs if you follow the spirit world and you know the signs to look at. The birds are really weird active this year. The birds are very active. I'm seeing a lot of hawks. Well, wisdom, protection.
Yes.
This ball of chaos that we're going to feel. I think the main thing after this new moon is to just know to ground. Those are your words, grounding, new beginnings, get the right. Oh my God, this is a writer's dream. If you write, all of this Gemini's coming in. You could finish a novel.
How long does that period last? From now till when?
For writing, let's see, Mercury, and I would say with Mercury and Gemini at least through July.
Okay, all I needed to know. You mentioned grounding the other day when I was tilling my garden. I got a wild hair, and I took my shocks and shoes off. Took a chance because there's glass and sticks and everything else out in that dirt, and I keep finding it. It keeps working itself up. And I tilled my garden barefoot, and I mean, I could feel the energy exchange. It was phenomenal.
See?
So yeah, keep grounding. It's going to help you. with the lunar eclipse coming up. It's a full lunar eclipse, right?
Yeah, it's a super one. It's like a blood
Okay.
one, and
Okay.
that's at the end of the month.
Okay. With eclipses, pay attention to your relationships. Eclipses are known for removing things from your life that no longer serve your higher purpose or your future. 3 years ago, the full sun eclipse, solar, that's the word I'm looking for. That's when, Shannon left. 83 other couples on Facebook, I did a poll, split. One person had no idea anything was coming, and boom, just split. So pay attention. If there's issues, talk them through, work them out. If it needs to end, try to be peaceable about it. Communication, Mercury, communication. Try to be peaceful and I don't know. I've got words, but they're not coming out. But just pay attention, and if there's issues, try to get them taken care of. Either way, it needs to go. I see a lot of people out here that I know, and I see them having issues that they don't even realize they're having issues, and those are the people that are just going to be blindsided because they've gotten to the point where everything being wrong is normal, and so they don't see anything wrong, and then all of a sudden, boom. Boom.
The lunar eclipse is a full moon on steroids, and boy, it cuts people out. It also brings people back. One of them does. I think it's the solar brings back or the lunar. One or the other brings back exes.
Not gonna happen.
I'll find out. We've got time.
No, not gonna happen.
This eclipse would be, the 1st of May is really quiet. It's nice, fun. Mercury is fun. Mercury in Gemini is the trick. Mercury is the trickster. It's the messenger. It's the trickster.
Okay.
So it's fun. It's fun. The first 2 weeks of May are fun filled. There's not a lot going on. Then after that new moon hits, what is it?
That's when things are going to get a little deeper.
The 11th, May 11th, and then we start to
11th.
open. Yeah.
Today is 11 days till something is going to happen for me. And you're talking about something happened on May 5, 11. 5 is change. 11. Number of the. It's I've been through that before. But you said it brings back one of the eclipses, and I think you're right. I think it's the lunar, brings back exes. Could that possibly be like a partner from a past life? Okay.
Yes.
That I'll accept.
I had a reading with a girl, and she, when a certain card comes up, we know it's a karmic relationship. Now, with a karmic relationship, those are the type of relationships where you absolutely cannot say goodbye. For some reason, you cannot cut the cords. They keep coming back into your life. You don't leave one another alone. And it could not always be romantic.
Right.
But until that lesson is learned from either that person to you or you to that person, and it's karmic. When a relationship is karmic.
Yeah.
You know what they're thinking. You talk to them and you're not really communicating with them. So I don't know if it's a twin soul, but twin souls are rarely romantic. Right. But call it but those are the kind that show up at eclipses.
And that's funny because I keep seeing somebody trying to show back up, and that's not going to happen. So,
well, you could be used for a lesson for that person.
And I think that's what that portion of my life was for. This person actually helped to start me on my journey about learning about myself, about healing. And if it wasn't, I got to be thankful for that person, because if it wasn't for that person, I probably wouldn't have started that, and I wouldn't be sitting here right now. I wouldn't be where I am at today. So I got to be thankful. But I mean, it was, this person taught me a lot about myself. Wish that person the best, but no, thank you, but have a nice life. Hope you're happy.
And maybe that's what needs to be communicated. Thank you, but the lesson here is complete, or just ask your guides, show me the lesson. Am I here for that person? Could be a friend, it could be a partner, it could be a number of people. Eclipse, eclipses always activate your lunar nodes, and the lunar nodes are destiny. So there you go. And anything that's destined to happen
is going to happen.
Yeah, it's just how well you deal with it.
Yeah, it's how you can't control this. You can't control the situation, but you can control how you react to the situation.
Well, sure. You can control yourself and your energy. Use the energy wisely.
Yeah.
Right? Do things creative. Mercury, Geminis are very creative. Right after Mercury goes, and see, Venus will be in Gemini as well, right behind Mercury, which gives her, she loves being in Taurus, but this gives her a little bit more playful, a little chatty and a little bit more playful. And then we go into retrograde season. We go into Mercury, and then we have
right now we got Pluto till October, like 23rd, I think. 23.5 change.
And Saturn, Jupiter.
Yeah, I shared it out the other day, and I can't remember.
Yeah, all of that's Mercury. It's that season. In the summer, they do go in. We don't have Mars retrograde like we did last year, which is a blessing.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Mars was a killer.
We don't have Venus retro. So, we've already knocked 2 of them out, which are okay. Yeah. So it's not going to be that bad of a retro season. Getting over the hump of whatever's going to break free in May, it's going to start to break free and bust out.
Yeah.
A friend of mine said, it's all these rules they've got on us. You can't do this, you can't do that. She said, everybody's sick of these rules. And I'm like, who's paying attention?
I'm not.
I've always been a rebel. I don't listen to rules. I'm an adult now.
Yep, me too.
And so I think it just depends on your area, because some people have not been so restricted as others.
It depends on the area. Your democratic states, big towns, big cities, they are a lot more restrictive than the other places. Smaller towns like here, life didn't change, so it just depends on where you are, who runs your city, your state, your county, whatever.
Well, and I think sometimes when you live in places that are still, imagine some are still on lockdown. I don't know.
Canada is huge on lockdown right now. Huge on lockdown.
I mean, those are the people that are really feeling the restrictions. Get outside. Yeah. For crying out loud, get outside. It's spring and it's summer. If you're on lockdown, at least get out and get some air.
Yeah, up there, I don't think they're allowed to. I mean, it's strict. If you go to the store and try to buy a pair of underwear or socks, those aren't considered necessities. They will arrest your ass. I've got friends up there.
See, there's a lot of movement too. I know I had heard an astrologer back in the beginning of 2021, and he said, you are not going to believe how many people are going to move next year, which was this year we're in now. People are literally, they're going to Texas and Florida in droves.
Yeah, out of California.
Yeah.
Yep. And Florida don't want them. Texas don't want them. They'll take the businesses that are coming. But, all those liberals moving out of California, the ones who wanted the rules, that they made them implement the rules, and then now they don't like the rules, so they're leaving. And then they're going to try to make the new places where they live just like California. It's just a never-ending cycle.
I keep looking at this 2020, 2021, and now 2022. And when we get through 2022, we're over the hump actually of this Pluto. I think a lot of this trigger is the Pluto return.
Mm-hmm.
It will put America back to what she was designed to be.
I'm praying.
Now, is that going to be easy?
No.
Because you've got the old crusty, what was there in December, the old, I'm going to say elite, I guess that's the word you would use, the people that have made multi-millions and billions.
Yeah.
Hang it, clinging on, they're being Klingons for dear life. And
yep.
They're actual, with this Aquarian energy, so many medical breakthroughs that they are holding back, and they're all going to come out because you cannot stop this this Aquarian. You can't stop it.
The technology that Trump was going to let out is phenomenal. The med beds. I mean, it's amazing. These things heal through vibration and energy. It go to Google, search medbed. Seriously,
I'll write it down because see, with this Aquarian energy, it's medical breakthroughs on phenomenal scales, like in space travel and advancement of technology, and all of the Saturn is just pulling it to naught. So the old is saying, no.
When somebody got into office that shouldn't have got into office, the release of all that new technology just got cut. Boom, stopped. We ain't letting it out. So hopefully in 2022, when the next elections come up, hopefully we can get the right people back into office to take over, with enough people to get the majority, and we can start getting things back on track again. And then in 2024, let's rock and roll.
I don't know how 2022 will ever go back to anything we are ever used to.
Oh, it's not gonna. I'm hoping it's better.
And let me tell you, when you look at and I don't want to put anything negative out there, because I would never wish anything negative on anybody at all. But let me put it to you this way: the person that's in there now, their chart is not healthy, and hers is extremely strong. So look for that to happen.
Yeah.
By June, because that's where the change is. But what's weird is the one that was in there is stronger than ever. So I don't know. Guess it's all in their charts and their transits.
Mm-hmm.
Those are subjective. You can look at certain things and say, well, this could be this or this or that.
Right.
But there's big indications that May and June are very active in all three.
I'm hoping a lot of truth comes out this year. I was hoping it was going to come out last year and it didn't. So hopefully it's going to come out this year. I'm not going to go into detail, but I just hope the truth comes out and everything works out the way it should, and I'll leave it there.
Well, I'll tell you, I think 2020 was the year that when we start to find out, and that's also going to come out as well, when we start to find out things that we're not told, and certain studies are going to come out, I'm going to go back on my timeline that I had out, like March 23rd, April something, October something, and I guarantee they're all going to match.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
Of course, I didn't write it down, but I do remember March 23rd.
Yeah. Again, 5. Change.
And there were a lot of things that I think we live in a bubble here.
Mm-hmm.
And we have to go outside of our bubble. And that's a must. And, you have to get outside of this bubble that we're in and look at the rest of the world.
Yeah.
And I think we've all done that more. I never talked to a lot of people from overseas. I mean, I did. I would chat. Mm-hmm. But now I've actually got real friends.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And I never would have done that. So there were a lot of silver linings in 2020. I think people of the world are coming together. They just want their freedom, and they just want to be at peace. Mm-hmm. There's a huge collective. People want to know about spirituality.
Yep. Yeah. I got a couple friends over in Australia, and they're noticing the same thing. They're very restrictive over there, and she's noticing a lot of people waking up and wanting to fight the restrictions, and they're also waking up spiritually. So it's not just here; it is worldwide, and that's what we need to raise the Earth's vibration. Is everybody to wake up.
Well, and that's the only way that you're going to fight this evil right now is by raising your vibration and a lot of prayer work and meditative work. Because if we do it as a collective, it will work, and it is working. And shut off the noise and raise your vibrational level personally, and then you've contributed.
Yeah.
Be kind. I mean. Kindness. The American people are kind people. We can be kind to anybody, but the thing with Niobe, that's got me a little worried with Morning of the Children. And maybe it's that World Global March, May 15th. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't either. It could be maybe truth coming out about the children that they saved, and the ones that they didn't get to save. I don't know.
It may have tied into the Maxwell.
Mm-hmm.
I think there's going to be some stuff to come out of that trial that are going to shock all of us. And it has to do with children.
Yeah.
I mean, I've heard, and you don't know if you can believe it, that the things that occurred on Epstein Island are beyond what anyone can comprehend.
Yep. BLM. Biden's laptop matters.
I've seen that. I've seen more pictures of him with no clothes on than my ex-husband's. Who hasn't seen what's on that laptop?
Yeah.
Who hasn't seen it?
Well, Giuliani's got the hard drives, and they just raided his office for all electronics. And when they raided the office, he's like, "Hey, I've got these. Don't you want these?" And like, "No, we don't want those." What? Well, wait, what are these? They're Biden's laptops. No, we don't want those. But your warrant says all electronics. No, we're not taking those. We don't want those.
No, everybody's
the agents would not take those electronic devices. They took everything else, but they refused to take Biden's information. Think about that.
Well, they probably already have seen it all, like all of us have. It's only been out there for what, a year?
Mm-hmm.
It's disgusting. Yep. And so, there's a lot coming. I think we should be optimistic. They're good planet stuff. It's, and somebody said that UFO report's coming out in June. That's some other things. I don't even know what's in that, but it's interesting to me.
Well, they just released some information about trying, like pyramid-shaped flying objects.
Well, possibly I think there's a lot more hidden with that that'll be coming out. So we've got a whole summer full of spicy, We've got them all in there on that new moon. See? When is her birthday?
Honestly, I don't know. She's Shannon's cat, and I honestly don't know. I don't even know how old she is. Long story there, but I don't know.
So that's about as exciting as it gets for at least May. And then we could do the show next Monday if you want. And then maybe you'll have your Facebook Live stuff taken care of.
Yeah, that'd be nice. That really ticked me off.
I think it's just a glitch.
It better be.
I think it'll be fixed by tomorrow.
Well, I haven't heard nothing back from them. I did put a report in on it. So it's been a week that I've been at least trying to figure out why I couldn't even share to my pages. You know, you click share on a link and it's share to a page. It brings up your pages. You share it. No, nothing. The only one I have is Napa Auto Parts. That's the only one they didn't mess with is Napa Auto Parts. City Motor Supply. That's the only one I have access to. Out of the Emporium, Cobra, Otters Den, Mary Barrett, Christy Williams. You know, I was admins on all those pages. And I got knocked down to moderator on all of them. So
can you post?
You cannot access them. You have to be an admin or an editor.
That's weird.
Mm-hmm.
Very strange.
Yeah. Now sometimes I can go to load the page, like load Cobra or load the Otters Den, and I can make a post, but I can't share anything to it. So if you've been watching the pages and you notice I've been slowing down on my posts, that's why I don't have access. So I got to get my pages back.
Yeah, you do. Maybe I don't know. I would just keep.
It's interesting. Mercury communication. I can't communicate with anybody. It's like they removed my ability to communicate with people.
Well, and it did just shift into Gemini today.
Mm-hmm.
So that would get things a little bit screwy for like a couple of days out and a couple of days in.
Yeah.
That could be your culprit right there.
Okay.
Because even when they shift into like from Taurus to Gemini, you're still going to have a little bit of weird.
Sure, you got some overlap.
Yeah.
So
that could be it completely. I would wait till like Wednesday or Thursday.
Yeah.
And give it till then.
Yep. Yeah, because I got time.
Because, I mean, that's about all I've got on next week, though.
So there's going to be good things, not so good things, possibly not so good things, but possibly some good things out of the not so good things.
Well, I think it's just going to be electrically charged, and I think it's just going to be bam, a lot of things unexpected, and they're really not like the Capricorn. They're nothing like last year's transits. I mean, last year was just one. If you remember, one was right after the other, and
right.
We really got pounded last year.
Something was just in my hallway, caught my eye.
I didn't see.
Okay. It was just like a flash of light. I know what it is. It's okay.
Maybe it's somebody there to fix the computer. Maybe it's somebody to help with Facebook.
Actually, I think this being is here to help other things.
Well, good.
And notice I said being.
They're around. It's very active.
I actually saw it earlier in the show. If you saw me kind of looking up, well, actually, yeah, no, wait, let me get there we go. Yeah, I was looking up over that way. Yeah, I was chatting. Yeah, one of the viewers saw it earlier. So thank you for that verification, by the way. viewer.
Did they see the orb? That's kind of cool, isn't it?
It wasn't exactly an orb.
It was a spirit.
I'm going to use the term being.
Oh.
Think, out there. Yeah, there's been a lot. Renee, she's been seeing a lot also. It's crazy. It is. It's like the veil's thin, like around Halloween and other astrological, events when the veil thins. It's out there. It's everywhere.
It is very active. And if you don't feel it, I would say try to raise your vibrational level, because the people that are just going around la 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 la, like nothing is going on.
They're going to be blindsided by everything when it happens.
Uranus likes to blindside.
On their ass.
Yeah.
And then they're going to want help from the ones that are already awakened, the ones who they laughed at and bullied and called names, and they're going to need some help when all this happens. So pick your battles wisely.
There's a lot going on. There's a lot stirring. There's a lot under the surface. I mean, again, it's historic. If you think about it, Pluto going into retrograde really helped us, because we were 1 degree away from and Pluto moves very slow, of course, but 1 degree away from another direct hit on America's chart with the Pluto return. We are in it. We're in the Pluto return. It is bigger than shit, and we're there. So, if you want to see and make changes in this country, now is the time to do it. Now is the time for you to join your boards, your school boards, your
city councils.
Yes.
Run for senator, run for Congress, do something. I was on city council here for 6 years. I made the choice. I didn't want to, but I made the choice to resign because of things that were happening in the background that were possibly putting my livelihood in danger. I put out there that needed to stop. It didn't. So I made the decision to walk. And I think that was actually one of the best decisions I made, because I was a different person when I got into it than I am now. It's not for me anymore. Back when I joined, I was a different person back then. Now that's not for me anymore. And when I quit, it actually opened up a lot of opportunities for me. I'm sitting here thinking, that battle weighed heavily on me. My community is depending on me. I was the only one to speak up in a lot of instances on things. Nobody was happy to see me go. They want me to run for mayor now. I'm not gonna. Don't worry. I'm not gonna. There it is. Been waiting for that. Excuse me. But it opened up opportunities. I did what I needed to do. I did the right thing, and it opened up doors. It opened up the door for me to be on a show, and that led to other things. So I'm gonna stop there. Yeah, I got to stop there.
Well, maybe you served your purpose there, what you needed to do, but with the transformation that's going on now with the Pluto return, now is the time. If you don't like how things are operating or running, be the change. You cannot be the change sitting on your couch.
Right, and that's not saying I can't go to city council meeting and say, Mr. Mayor, can I have the floor, and then get my words out.
Right. I mean, but we've got at least another year of this. Who knows what Pluto will do to us in 2022?
Yeah.
I think by the time we get to it, we're going to have an idea of where this country is headed, because right now I think it's just a massive ball of confusion with this Uranus and Saturn tug, and that goes on till Christmas Eve.
It's a shit show. It is a shit show.
It's a
Okay, I will use that term. It is a shit show out there right now.
I tune it completely out. I think I'm like probably 85-90% of the country that no one's really watching anything because you can't handle it. It's just like I can't.
I don't watch the news. I don't listen to it on the radio. If it comes on, I switch the station because it's all propaganda. It's all BS. It's all bullshit. So why listen to it? Why watch it?
I listen to Irish news now. Ireland, yeah. I thought my grandma would like that. So it's different.
Yes. My ancestors were from Ireland.
The guy's name is Mahoney.
Wales. And Germany.
It's Mahoney, but it's at least I can hear what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Yeah, a lot of the foreign news stations are actually putting out what's really happening, and those, if they're telling the truth, yeah, listen to them. But none of them in the States are telling the truth about anything. The numbers, this, that, the other thing, it's all propaganda to install a fear factor to control a populace.
Just to even study what fear does to the energy, and the energy level is phenomenal. It is absolutely phenomenal what fear can do. And
it is. It is. I had to beat the shit out of a fear that I didn't even know I had. An opportunity was presented to me, and I kept trying to talk myself out of it. And I'm like, but I really want this. Why am I trying to? And I sat there. I'm like, why the hell are you trying to talk yourself out of this? So I went to the lake. I went to church, and I talked spirit. And I'm listening to a podcast. She's a tarot reader. Can't remember her name, but she's like from Australia or somewhere. I think she lives in Bangkok. Awesome. I share her stuff all the time, every day. And she's like, this epiphany is going to hit you. You're going to have this realization, and it's going to be heaven sent. The angels are going to be stepping into this so hard, and then you're going to look down and you're going to find a feather. And that's how you're going to know that it was heaven sent. And I'm walking here around this lake, and I'm thinking, okay, I see my fear. It was my past fear from past relationships. Fear of things that they did to me, fear of things I did to them, past traumas. And I'm like, you know what? That was then. I got through that. I worked through that. I don't have to be afraid of that anymore because I'm not there anymore.
No, you
so
don't.
I took that fear and I stepped on it, and I climbed up a notch. And then I literally heard in my head, look down, and my right ear went off. And I looked down to my right, and there's this hawk feather right by the shore, this long. I'm not kidding. And I accepted this opportunity. And I think it's the best thing I've ever done in my life, to tell you the truth. I just said that. And it's going to get interesting pretty soon.
It's going to get interesting very soon this year. End of May, we just, it's watching it though. And, with astrology, the underlying stuff does not hit right away, especially stuff like Uranus. It doesn't hit. It'll hit when you least expect it, or when it comes out of the blue and sucker punches you, because that's what that energy does. But I think a lot of this energy we're not seeing. If you look hard, you can kind of feel the tug of the old and the new. And I think you could probably see it playing in your own life, but I think it's more of a
Huge.
collective.
Huge. Because, that's the message I got out the other night. The words I got out the other night was to the old, so I could welcome in the new. So it's going to get very interesting around here.
It'll start to go into play. The triggers will start with eclipse season. Watch that and write it down, because like I continue to say, this is historical times. This time that we're living in is going to go down in the history books, and we don't even realize it.
I know. And what day is that eclipse going to happen on?
May 13th, May 11th.
The 11th?
Oh, wait, my bad. The new moon.
The lunar eclipse.
It's May 11th, I think. Man, I'll find out.
Here, I'm going to Google. Hang on.
It's coming.
Hang on. I'm going to Google. Oh, I got to get the glasses on so I can see.
Oh, you mean the eclipses?
Yeah. The next eclipse.
It's at the end of the month. The lunar eclipse is at the end, like what, the 23rd? 24th?
I'll tell you here in just a second. 26, okay.
Okay, 26. It's at the end of May.
So 2 and 6, that's 8. Infinity.
It's going to start revving up in the new moon, which is 2 weeks before that.
Mm-hmm.
So that's when you'll notice it's going to be the lightning type energy of quick and just wired. People are going to be wired.
Yeah. So
go to the woods.
When I'm saying what's being offered to me is heaven sent, I mean it's everything falls into place with the lunar cycles, the solar cycles, the eclipse cycles, with where the planets are falling into place, the squares, the trines. It is all perfect for this to happen.
Well, and with this eclipse season, it's unusual to see Lilith is playing a big role in this one. Like I said, she runs around like doesn't like the rules, doesn't follow the rules.
Party.
Yeah, Lilith, she's running around like a hippie, but that just plays into Doug's energy, which is rebellious, freedom loving.
Right. Now Lilith, if my memory doesn't fail me, and sometimes it does, was the name of Adam's first wife, correct? Okay, and she got kicked out of the garden for some reason, probably for dancing naked, and under the moon.
I don't think she wanted to do it. I think she was like, forget it, I'm not dealing with you.
Well, she was supposed to obey.
She was too busy running through the woods and listening to music, and she's a rebel. She is not civilized. She doesn't play by the rules. She is she's intense. She's very heavy energy. She's rebellious.
I'm getting like a good energy though. A good.
She's she's good. She doesn't follow the rules. She's like, So just add that with Doug, and it just adds more electricity to the story, because she's right there conjunct with that moon. She's right on top of it, and with Doug. So it's like triple, quadruple.
Yeah.
It should be interesting to watch. I think it'll be a really good energy.
Renee, right there. Boom. She wanted.
Is that what she wanted?
Equal. And that is a huge part of what's playing out now.
Well, if you also notice too, they also found some more Dead Sea Scrolls. They found some more scrolls, which I think people are researching that even more and more, and realizing that it's rumored that over 700 books of the Bible did not make it in the Bible. So why? Because Constantine and his merry men didn't allow them in because it gave the spirituality and the power to the people and money.
That's why the Catholic Church removed so many books from the Bible.
It is rumored 700, but I don't know how many Dead Sea Scrolls they found.
Yeah. And maybe that's some of the secrets that are going to come out. Wouldn't that be interesting?
I think it will, because if you look at that again is the old crumbling. It's like I said today, look what happened to Google. On Friday, their stocks completely crashed.
Mm-hmm.
They projected 22 million new users. They got, in essence, they only had 1 million.
Twitter's taking a dump.
It's done. It's gone.
Yeah.
We said that last year, and I said it's not going to make it past June.
Yep.
And that one's done. It's the old.
Mm-hmm.
And, I've also heard that church attendance is down as well.
Well, it is. And part of that is from the lockdowns. They threatened to arrest people for going to church. It's a bunch of BS. My church is the lake. Try arresting me for going to the lake. Go ahead, try it.
Well, I also believe a lot of things are going to come out of New York. I remember that from last year as a clue. Keep your eyes on New York. Keep your eyes on the post office. That was another thing.
Yeah.
And now come to find out, they were spying on people on their social media accounts. Did you see that?
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
So there's a lot of stuff coming out. You just have to open your eyes.
Yeah.
And I think that's where I think people are waking up to a lot of it. It's worldwide. It's not just here.
I've opened my eyes to a lot of things, and I'm very glad I did.
You cannot stop the universe.
No, you can't. If it's meant to happen, it's gonna happen.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm talking to you. Not you.
You have to just walk your walk, know that you're in charge, say your prayers, keep up with your prayer life, your meditative life, up your vibration, and just coast through this.
Right. And upping your vibration does not mean changing your batteries, just saying.
It doesn't mean go out and have a spa day. That's not what that means.
No, that's some self-care, but self-care, self-love, that's very important right now too. Take care of your body, eat healthier foods, drink plenty of water. Your body is 80% water, and water holds memory. Oh, imagine that.
Vitamin
I
D.
will get with you in a minute. Take care of yourself and your body, and you're going to feel better.
And everything else will fall into place. But I think, let's see, we will be, what's today, the 3rd? We've got 2 weeks. So we'll be back together around right after the new moon, unless you get Facebook working and you want to do this on and off night. I don't care. We can.
Oh, yeah, we can do this anytime.
I think we should before mid-May.
I think we should just do another one next
Monday.
Next Monday. Yeah.
Yeah,
let's
because
just get back on here.
For you and they get on. We can look at their questions. If you cannot, I don't know if you can try to make me an administrator, and then
I can't because I'm not an admin. Now I can have Michelle try.
Have Michelle do that.
But at the same time, she tried to make me an admin again. Wouldn't happen. Oh, no.
I think it's the Gemini glitch, and I think you'll be fine tomorrow. Mars going into Gemini.
Yep.
So we've got the Gemini energy.
Yes, we do.
It's swirling.
Yes, it is.
And then we've got Jupiter going into Pisces. Oh, another thing with Jupiter going into Pisces is it really good for spirit work too.
Yeah.
Jupiter loves Pisces. Well, why don't we do this next Monday too? Since
Okay.
you want to do that?
Yeah,
And we'll
I'm good.
get off here. It'll be fixed by next Monday.
I'm sure it will. I'll get it taken care of. If I gotta make phone
honey,
calls, I'll make
have
phone
a
calls.
great week.
You too, and
I
thank
don't
you
know.
for everybody that was tuned in tonight. Even though I couldn't share out like I normally do, I appreciate you jumping on here and letting us jabber and BS with you. We like I said before, we do this to help, but I also do this to teach and learn. I learn a lot from Joni. I learned some from the viewers. So thank you all as well. It means a lot that you get on here and help us. It lets me vent. It lets me have fun. Get my vibration back up. I always feel really good once I get off of here. So thank you. Just had to say that. You can hear me?
Oh.
What?
Now it's my computer. I can't hear you.
Can anybody else hear me? Sometimes when my energy gets raised, I knock out communications.
Oh, I did that. My bad.
Okay, so that was you and not me.
That was me.
Okay. I was just thanking everybody for joining in and letting me vent and raise my vibration and thanking you because I learned from you and them, and yeah.
Have a great week. We'll do this
too.
next Monday.
All right, sounds good.
See ya.
All right, have a good evening.
You too, honey. Bye.
All right. Thanks, everybody. I'm going to jump off of here. I got some things to take care of. Again, thank you very much.
Have a great week.
See you next Monday.